Hey there, how's it going? What's up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is here to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show. At free safety, we have Sean Taylor with some Redskins chems. I have had him powered up a little bit better than what his base card has been all year long. With a 95 coverage, 95 speed, he looks absolutely magnificent out there. I've had him all year. Slowly but surely, I've spent a little bit too many coins on him, but have gotten him powered up. Another acquisition that I made later on in the year was Paul Krause. About a month after he had came out, I put him in. He now looks great with those Redskins chems and locked down. He is a player that really helps out to shut down, especially the deep passes at 6'3" with a 92 speed with some extra chems. He has the range. He has the 90 plus man coverage, which hits that, and the 99 zone. So he really plays just as well as you possibly could have a free safety play. Another player that I have paid too much for is Lawrence Taylor. He is just someone that you kind of need to. I was able to kind of snipe and put his legend card together and put his um, master card together with some other players, and recently have been selling off some of the pieces that made him up. The last one to go made me sad, Jarrell Casey at the right end, but it was fun to have those two out on that side together. He is a wonderful player and someone that you need to have. I am spoiled at the right outside linebacker position. Next, I have Jadeveon Clowney. I sub him in at defensive end or play him at the other outside linebacker position. I have had those two paired up for a long time, and they can shut down the run or the pass. They really are the players that you need to have on defense to set the edges for you. They're magnificent at that. They're just players that you need to spend a little bit extra on, and I have throughout the year. The player that everyone has, Ryan Shazier. I didn't necessarily grind as quickly as I could have for Muttmaster, but I did it. I had a good pace, but had fun playing the game. Was able to get him put together a few months ago now, so it's been nice to rock with him and Ray Lewis. That pair plays so well together. Shazier being a little bit more of a speedster, and Ray Lewis being the team captain who can pretty much play like a defensive tackle with the extra speed. Um, he lives a little bit wanting at passes going over his head, but besides that, it's not really any sort of a setback at all. He is the guy that kind of sets up the defense kind of around him. He allows me to do a lot more things. And Zach Brown, I've had him playing, actually had him above Shazier for a little while as he was faster than the Mutt Master was for a little while. It took me a while to get through some of the stats that I did need, but finally was able to get all the way through those. I did wait quite some time to get his latest card, which was a veteran. As you can see, he was excuse me, it was a flashback for the Bills. He is a really fast and tremendous player. He played through an injury all year. Mr. Foster, I am potentially going to pass that card along at some point. At this point, I just have him for chemistries. I don't know if he plays on special teams, but he'd probably be really good at that. This is a player that I kind of acquired right before getting Hunter Henry. He is tremendous at what he does. He helps set the edge in a very similar way to what Lawrence Taylor and Clowney do, just not quite as physically intimidatingly. But he can do everything you want out of an outside linebacker or a defensive end. He really is a player that you need to have on your team. I've had his power up just kind of way behind all year. I've actually had Kerrigan playing and need to get his next upgrade. That might be the next splurge that I do have. Um, but recently, I've noticed that Von Miller is just the player that has been wrecking me if I don't account for him.
So I had to go out and get his next upgrade. At these positions, they're getting closer to 98 to 99. With Ray Lewis, as I keep getting the tokens, he will get up to that 99. But at this point, I am absolutely overjoyed with who I do have there. All these guys got Sprinter on them, except for Clowney to help him out against the run and the pass, but playing him at defensive end more times than not, and having Von Miller on the outside, he can kind of clog up the middle a little bit better there. And Kerrigan, I've had all year. Sadly, I should have waited a little while longer with his Team Diamond. I had purchased that right as they came out with if you are able to win a higher up seasons and win the Super Bowl, you're able to get the Team Diamond. So that market kind of crashed along with the Blitz promos. So his card went down significantly, but loved playing with him. He's great at getting after the quarterback. He was a little bit overpowered to begin the year, but now everyone's just a little bit faster than him. So he plays on defense. He knocks the heck out of guys that are trying to kick him punt returns. So he's perfect there, but happy with what I have. Too bad he's a little bit overpriced, but still happy that he's there. At strong safety, Adrian Amos. I was able to get his most recent card with the bottom out during the Blitz promo. That was absolutely magnificent and a huge help for a lot of people to really bolster up their team. Um, that and Zero Chill, those two things really allowed people to get in the game late and really help out their teams. I was able to get his Team Diamond and even played with the card before that for quite a while. He was really fast and just kind of set himself apart, and now still does that a little bit. But there are other safeties that have caught up with him. Again, I was able to use him for his chemistries earlier in the year, but now that I've had a few other players come in that have extra chemistries, I can have Sprinter on him and give him that extra speed to really play on the outside and catch up to about anything. He looks very similar to Paul Crouch, just needs one more zone coverage to be able to get to the 99. And at backup strong safety, I have been looking at other people to potentially get to fill in there that could be a little bit better on the run game and play better on kickoff coverage. But Derwin James just gets the job done. Sadly, his height does not help him nearly as much on special teams, but he really was perfect for my team when he came out. Was able to get him Nat, so I haven't really invested much in him at all besides the tip drill. But he's a player I'm going to continue to have on my team if he gets another upgrade. I really like him there. Hopefully, he gets defensive rookie of the year and can get 98 or 99 overall of him out there. In the number one cornerback spot, the cornerback everyone needs to have, Deion Sanders. He is just an absolute phenom at shutting people down with the extra chems and the Redskins pass defense chem. I am able to get him up to a 98 overall. When I get the next Madden passing D chem, I will be able to get him up to the 99 man coverage as well. But I actually have run stuff on him at this point to help him out a little bit there. Throw a little bit better hit stick and just kind of roll with that. He was a little bit pricey. Went out and got him a little bit later after his card, I believe. No, actually went out and spent way too much on his card as it came out, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, kind of done that throughout the year. Just kind of one of those players that was bought towards the end of his career to play one more year and give the Redskins a boost. Did not necessarily happen, but thankfully able to put those chems on him. Haven't had him since he first came out because everything and every piece that was associated with him was just too expensive, but knew I needed to have him, so added him to my team. At the fourth cornerback spot, we have Fabian Moreau. He is magnificent at being a backup and trying to block those kicks. I do get one every once in a while. He was another rising star for the Redskins. Went out and got him straight away. Those extra chems are a huge boost to the rest of the team. He has decent speed, can play a little bit, but wouldn't want him playing regularly unless it was just a solo. At cornerback 3, we have Patrick Peterson. have had his power up throughout the year, knew I was going to kind of power him up, but have been waiting and kind of having him as my fifth or fourth cornerback, potentially just having him being a slot cornerback or doing something in that regard. He was just way too expensive, but as I was able to get more cards and more coins, I just was able to upgrade to kind of the better and best cornerbacks in the game and was able to get him that way. My most recent splurge of coins was going out and getting another player that can chase down Michael Vick. I had none of these pieces at all and had to go out and try to get his 90 overall. There were none on the market. So I went out and bought his Mutt Hero and then bought the other 12 Browns that needed to go into the set and then put that together, then realized how valuable that was thinking about selling that off, was going back to buy up the rest of the pieces that would need to go in, realized almost all of those were gone and I wouldn't have enough to actually put the 90 together. So just kept the 90, powered that up. This cost me close to $1 million, so was a little bit of a bummer in that regards, but he plays way, way above even that. 90 speed, 99 block shedding, 96 power move, could switch the block shedding for the 99 power move, but love playing him at defensive tackle. 97 strength is absolutely ridiculous with that speed. Just someone that you really want to have on your team if you're able to get him. Even the lower power ups really don't look that bad. And another rising star for the Redskins, went and got him right away. It was a little bit too expensive, but at right end, have that set pretty much for the rest of the year. Can fill in other rushers as I do right now with Bruce Smith in certain situations, sometimes at the defensive tackle position, mostly because he can get to the quarterback, but you kind of want that straight shot now, him coming around the corner. In those situations, Garrett's usually tired, and since I've gotten Garrett, he's only been in once or twice. At defensive tackle, and Ndamukong Suh recently took over in my number one spot. One got his team diamond shortly after that had crashed. Had been putting his pieces together when he was less expensive earlier in the year, then went away from that and then reinvested as I got his team diamond and all the other pieces kind of came together. He really is great because you can put the two chemistries on him. He's great at stopping whams and things like that. He sometimes has been a little bit more costly, but now there's another upgrade even on top of this. So I'm probably going to have him being in the Super Bowl. He'll be another player that can potentially get an upgrade. He's one of those guys that is up there at the podium. So I feel as if he's going to be getting another upgrade here soon and can be able to help carry me over to that 98, 99 overall. My next D tackle position, John Randall. He is an absolute phenom at getting to the quarterback. He has the 99 finesse move and 94 power move. Before I got Garrett and a player I'll be talking about here in a second, I simply did not have the speed to get after some quarterbacks. He really helps me out in that regard. He is he was fast enough to get after McNabb and people like that. He was great before Vic came out. Now he's just a little bit slow, so I mostly have outside linebackers playing when I play head to head, especially weekend league. But he's free at this point. At some point, he's going to be used for training, but I'm happy to have him on my team at this point and was very happy to have him a few weeks ago. And Deron Payne was actually my starter up until a short time ago when Ndamukong Suh took that over. He could be my number two defensive tackle and much rather have him on the goal line than John Randall. He is great against wham blocks. I went out and got him as people really didn't want Snow a few times. The market crashed for some of these ghosts. He was a huge boost for me. Was able to get him under 250,000 coins, so that was a huge plus. Just a player I wanted to have, so happy to have him. And Rising Star that had gotten a power up, Sheldon Rankins. Those six chems and a 90 overall. He really is great there. I got him a lot later on. I got him actually as his power up came onto the market. Actually, excuse me, I got his Rising Star 2 weeks before his power up came onto the market. When Team of the Week players come out, you just kind of understood the next series, unless it was the 2 weeks leading up to that series turnover, you were able to get the power ups. So I was able to go out and purchase a couple of the pieces a little bit less expensive and in anticipation of that, and then just waited for the power up to go down. Because as everyone knows, when new power ups come out, they are a little bit more expensive. And the other speedster that I have on the defensive line, Khalil Mack, I definitely did not invest in him straight away, but had to take the plunge when I was able to get him for training at 97 overall. It doesn't even tell the story, especially before Myles Garrett came out. He's just one of those guys that can run people down, play the defensive tackle, the nickel or the dime, and do a great job. 90 speed just is absolutely phenomenal for a defensive lineman. I know he played outside linebacker a significant amount, but he is perfect for what you need. Um, it was in between when his team of the week and his promo card for Halloween had came out is when I purchased it. And it was way after Halloween. I think it was around the Blitz promo actually, because they had all those special times that had came out. So yeah, just wait and go and kind of be nitpicky when you get guys, and it's just exceptionally helpful. And one of the only ultimate kickoff guys that I have that went along with Antonio Brown was Brandon Graham. Don't like Eagles, Cowboys, or Giants on the team, but the extra chems help and have not went out and got the rising star at the position that I could. So he fits for this point in time. Eventually, he will be used for training, but he fits and doesn't really play in any situation. So he's a perfect backup at this point in time. At cornerback number two, I have had the power up or Champ Bailey throughout the entire year. He really is a guy that comes in and can just ball hawk. I love having him out there opposite Deion Sanders. And with Patrick Peterson, if the ball goes up in the air at them, there's a good chance they're going to be coming back with it instead of the wide receiver. I really like him out there and am exceptionally excited. He's one of those players that I can get to about 98, 99 overall, so I can keep him on my team and maybe just make the Redskins passing chem a little bit better and maybe get his. Actually, all those stats that are showing, except for press, are as good as they can get. I have the run stuff on him instead of lockdown because just him walking out as himself with the Redskins passing chems that I have just allow him to be at that 99 level for man and zone coverage. And this one's I'm a little bit disappointed in. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he would be a little bit better with his next card. I went out and invested because I knew it would be coming out in the next couple of weeks and figured he'd be one of the best cornerbacks in the game. With his speed not being where it really needs to be, he's not really that cornerback. And with Fuller coming out and having better hit power than him, Fuller's really a better option. So I'm kind of disappointed that I have this investment, but he's actually played really well when he's on the field for me. He's got the height, so he'll probably hang around for a while because he has those chemistries also. Really happy to be able to show you this. Happy to have shown you last week my offense and exactly what I had to do to build that up. And I will show you what exactly I will be able to do to build to the 99 overall on both offense and defensive side of the ball. Links to this and other 99 overall buildings will be in the description below. Um, just talking a little bit about why I haven't upgraded a couple of these players. And one player that I have upgraded since I've started this journey was this Myles Garrett. Able to get the 99 overall with the chemistries that I added to him. Bobby Wagner, Could be a linebacker, but with these two guys, I anticipate a little bit of a boost up to the Shazier. So he'll be able to get to that 99 overall. I have a backup at 99 overall. Doesn't make a lot of sense for me to try to upgrade there. The other player that I could be looking at to potentially get to 99 overall is Willie McGintis. Especially with his power up, I'd be able to get there very easily. But I have LT and Jadeveon Clowney out there, so it's kind of taken a step backward in some regards, especially after getting at the quarterback. I know McGintis does have the zone coverage and it'd actually be helpful for a little bit of my scheme, but really love these guys where they are at these positions. Plus, Clowney gets the double chemistries, and I wouldn't be putting Taylor at a backup anywhere, so really it fits exactly the way that I want it to. With that, we have checked out the entire team and have given some pointers on how I've improved my team. Hopefully, you can use them for your own. Let me know how your defense has been looking and the upgrades you will be making down the line to your team, and make sure to put those in the comments below. I'm excited to share my next steps and the moves you should be making for your 99 overall team. I will be coming back and sharing this every week. I wish you all the best and take care.
Thanks for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back to keep getting better at Madden and growing your MUT team. There will be at least 5 videos up a week, so make sure to like and comment on each of those. Be sure to subscribe to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage or hit me up on Twitter. Take care, everybody. Much love.